what would have been the odds of getting bit by a snake twice?
Well, if it was
in
going to
one
happen
summer?
to anybody in this room, it would have been you. So.
Well, we prefer to you anyway.
Yeah.
You already once, I mean.
Mickey, repeat after me. No bucket, hoe, or shotgun. No bucket.
Good morning. It's 10 a.m. on Friday, October 20th, 2023. Call this meeting of the Wichita County Commissioners Court to order. Let's just jump right in and go to item number 1, which is discuss and review jail maintenance projects and work orders. Chief, what you got? Nothing.
Jeff's out sick yesterday and today, so I didn't get an update on anything this week. I don't know of any major things going on. They did come out and did the, generator, I guess, a couple weeks ago, got that grounded, taken care of.
Did they?
Yep.
Yes. And then Cummins came out and they were showing some default on that ground, and I think they're having to replace a part on that generator. It was
William didn't send us a bill for that, did they?
No. I think it was somebody else that came out, that Jeff got out, whoever does Cummins service.
Yeah. I think that's right, because he was telling me that he's having trouble getting a hold of anybody, and then he finally got someone local-ish that was able to get straight through to Cummins, and they were able to come out and get out there and get on it. Yeah, I don't think we received the bill, but.
I don't know who it is, but I don't recall seeing anything regarding
And that was
that.
Jeff that got a hold of him?
Yeah.
I think it's.
Oh, John and Ruth?
John and
John
Ben.
and John and Ruthie and Jones, or?
Yeah.
Yes, we got a bill from them. We got a big bill from them for several of the,
Yeah, that's a separate thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for all the routine stuff.
for the generator. Yeah, I just knew it was for the generators.
But I think
Okay.
it's Ben English that has a contact through, I think, with Cummins.
Okay.
That
Well,
Dylan, was it Dylan Electric? That sound right? Dillard Electric is one who did the Cummins.
okay.
John Jones on site, LEC with Jeff Dillard, Dillard Electric, who's a local Cummins representative.
Yeah, that sounds.
That's
right.
what it was.
Okay. Any problems since then? Are there?
I don't have any problems at all.
Okay. All right. Anyone have any questions or anything on that item?
I'm glad they discovered that before
Yeah.
we found it the hard way. That's,
Mhm.
yeah, that's scary.
All right. Let's move to item number 2, which is receive status report on salaries and overtime. Now, there's an updated one on this that Corey sent out yesterday at 8:20 in the morning, so that's the one, the updated packet, that's the one you need to open. Isn't that right, Victor?
Yeah.
Yes. So I wasn't going to be here yesterday, so I tried pushing it out, and I think the first page and the escrow page, which kind of looks like this, the net paid wasn't updated, so he went ahead and did it for me.
That's on Wednesday.
Thursday,
Thursday.
8:20.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this one had a holiday in it, correct?
So, yes.
Oh, yeah, and it's so important. My extended warranty is about to go down.
It's gonna be bad when they start trying to FaceTime.
Yeah, my extended patience is about to wear out. About to wear out.
That bill last night, you get so many phone calls.
It is constant. I had 13 while I was sitting in church Sunday morning. 13. I finally stuck it down under the pew so you couldn't hear it vibrating. 13 during church. I think I'm being discriminated against. Surely I am. Surely.
It's your pleasant demeanor talking to the sales rep.
I've not been very pleasant to a few of them, I'll tell you. Not very pleasant.
Victor, what are the highlighted, so there's one highlight in the overtime calculations where it goes through the individuals. What does that mean?
What page are you looking at?
Page 20.
Is there a name to it?
It looks like the elections department, Ms. Malone.
Oh, so payroll, whenever we, start checking the numbers on every department, it's, that name is usually bundled under the 403. So that's just my way of saying that this is actually paying for 490 instead of 403.
Oh, because when elections was under the county clerk.
Yeah, it's all, they're all under county clerk, but you know, it's just a category that they're under. They're not really all paid from 490.
So just, it's highlighted essentially as a note to yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Chief, it looks like y'all are down to 20 openings now, is that right?
Actually counted 19 yesterday,
Okay.
because we had one start Monday. When it came back to us, I'm slowly getting some there coming back.
Really? Grass is not as green as it used to be? Okay.
Yeah.
People who went to the prison or just different jobs?
This went to different jobs, and I guess they missed that overtime money. Couldn't make that car payment, I'm not sure, so.
Does play a difference. You get used to that money, it's hard to give it up.
Mhm.
Whether it be money or not.
It's, you know, as you go through your life and you advance and you get a promotion or whatever, it's amazing how you think, wow, this is gonna be easy. And somehow the level reaches you.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's
Yeah,
not
quickly.
quickly, yeah, that's exactly right. Was
You
that
know-
Tommy that came in? It is.
Our esteemed tax
Our
assessor
esteemed
collector.
tax
Good morning.
assessor collector.
We'll see how esteemed I am when I put them statements in the back.
Steamed may be a better.
Steamed. Yeah, take that bat off the front.
Yeah, yeah. Have you heard of pitchforks and torches? Yeah.
Like steamed lobsters.
Yeah.
Let me know when y'all are.
I'm sorry.
Jail numbers kind of in a 20,
Yeah.
yeah, just,
Yeah, they're hanging around 520 to 530. So,
That's a nice number to hang around from y'all's perspective, isn't it? Or
450 is better.
450 is
Yeah.
better.
more manageable.
That's better than 550
Or
or
650.
650.
That's true.
We housing any out of county inmates right now? No.
Do we have any out?
Mm.
Well, that's good.
How many waiting in the state to pick it up?
Well, we have 2 over to 45 that showed up this week. I don't know how many we have waiting. I mean, sometimes we get the pin packet, get it sent off and stuff, and we sometimes we have as many as 20 waiting to go to prison, and you give them time.
We've got 2 that are over that 45-day number right now.
They were
And they're
medical
being reimbursed.
inmates, so that was gonna take a little longer to get beds. But apparently they've been cleared from that, so they should be moving along pretty quick.
So, never mind, I'll second. we're better equipped to handle their medical problems than they are.
They don't have the beds space.
I think the difference is we have to handle.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
they're already here, so.
All good?
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone have any comments or questions on item number 2? All right. Let's move on to item number 3, review and discuss regular bills. There was just the one version of this, right, Margaret?
Yes.
Okay. You can see there's a budget lines one on this one, which means I'll need to abstain on Monday, so if you'll just make sure you remind me of that, because I forget.
Are you gonna have a vote? You'll be short.
You're right.
What's it for? Is it for?
It's for the bills, paying the bills.
Which, who else is gonna be on?
Barry and Jeff.
Yeah, I've got a funeral. And if we don't do it Monday morning, we can't do it till late in the week, and that's not good.
Well, you won't be back at all,
Yeah,
or at the beginning.
we could, well, it starts at 9:30, so.
Okay, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Trying to think, might get in on the tail end. I'm doing the service, I can speed that.
Can we, you know, what, better than that, can we take off the budget lines item for payment of bills on Monday?
Just pull that one.
Just pull that one off,
For which, I'm sorry, for which one?
but budget lines.
The budget lines?
Budget lines.
Budget
She
line.
sound like
Oh, the
such a
budget
lot.
lines. That's why I was confused, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, sure, I can pull the budget lines.
Should it take a vote of 3 to approve, or just the vote of the quorum, the positive vote of the quorum?
Yeah, I mean, I can check, but I'm not a big fan of anything
No.
passing out of here with 2 votes. I mean,
Well, then can we not just have that one line items moved over to general business and then you abstain from that one single line item?
I don't think that happened, would it?
No, because it's already on general business, it's not like it's a thing that's sitting up in consent. It's in the whole bill, thing of the
Pull
bill
it out of
from
the
the
packet
general
and vote it
business.
separately, and then we passed the payment of everything with,
That still wouldn't work.
Still
It's
won't
not,
work.
no, that's not the one.
Let's do it.
Still only have 2 votes.
just on that one item.
yeah, I mean, my comfort level is certainly better to just
I
take
can pull
that
it.
one out and then put it on the next round.
They didn't hurt them like wait a week.
I wouldn't think so.
We pay everybody pretty much right when we get it anyway, you know, we have 30 days off on the day we get it, so. shouldn't
So
hurt.
we did it the following week, you could get it right out.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, I don't cut the checks until Monday anyway, I just won't even cut it, I'll just pull it off the list and have it redone on the
Okay.
next week.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you, Victor. This is the first time I've seen galls in a few weeks.
They were sending all of those sheriff bills individually, and we're having to do like 100
Yeah.
others, and so they finally started putting them on a
Okay.
statement, so they hold it for a bit, and then they put the whole statement on. This is slightly confusing because they keep sticking the district attorney stuff on there, so we gotta be real careful watching it, make sure that it's all getting paid where it needs to be paid. But I talked to Greg Wilson about it, and he said he was gonna talk to them, but, so it's just we just get it probably once a month now.
Okay.
I think the orders have slowed down as we've gotten towards the end of the year.
Yeah. That deal's working, isn't it? I mean, it seems to me like it is. I didn't know if maybe I was missing something. That's good.
My overhead door repair due to storm damage, that come out of precinct one money, or does it
We
generally?
like
do it?
for it to show where it belongs, and like transfer the money from
Transfer
general
it
fund
from general fund.
contingencies to your budget for that.
Gotcha.
Marty, did you have any trouble with that utility deal? Did that go okay?
I had Tana start working on it, cause she had some free time, and so you'll notice there's a couple of items on the agenda Monday, to get the stuff taken care of. The only one that was just smooth and no problem was Atmos. She's still working on the, trash
No.
people, and then we have to get those couple of items taken care of that are on the agenda before we can do the others.
Okay.
And then it should be easy. We'll just have to, the city of Owl Park requires us to hand carry that check to them up to the office and get the account changed afterwards.
Really?
Yeah, so we'll get it, but we'll get it taken care of.
You need me to do that?
I don't know, it depends on what they need. They might need something from us. I'll
Yeah.
holler at you know if I do.
Okay, if you do, I mean, go over there every day, so I
Okay.
can run it everywhere if you need
Sure.
it done. I don't need making a special trip.
Sure, I'll let you know for sure.
We need Bob back.
Yeah.
Road and Bridge 4, there's a asphalt debit and then a credit back for the same amount. You know what that was about?
They turn the load back.
I bet you there were several, it seems like here lately where they're turning the load back, so I bet you that's
They
what
had
it
an
is.
equipment problem there one time. I don't know how ago that was.
More than likely, if you'll look further, you'll see a demerge also where they charge us for that.
Charging, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That means like equipment broke and then they had to send it back.
Is that, what that was that bog seal deal?
Looks like September 18th, September 25th. I don't know if that's
Well, that's what that is,
Did they have to send back fog seal?
No, I guess they got that done.
Cause he was, I mean, there's some oil
does
on there.
CHFRS mean anything to y'all?
Say that again.
CHFRS?
Let me get on that.
That's what it said in the
So
description.
that's 6,000 gallons. of
That's
sewage.
Yeah.
But that's I think that's what he's putting down now.
Yeah, it's that improved deal.
That's more, yeah, a little bit more expensive oil. Cause he was having that bleed through problem.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
right.
this sets up a little faster.
So if I'm looking at this right, the merge charge on that was $5.95 maybe, or was that a different?
No, so it was 56.25
Okay.
twice.
Probably 56 to pump it in the tank, 56 to pump it out.
But it looks like there's 4 different small charges which are.
You get on the right line there.
It might be the 5.95 total.
Yeah, there we go. That was in September, so that'd be right.
So I got 2 pages of administrative.
But I know when I started here, we could get 6,000 gallons for around $5,000 to $6,000 a load. Now it's $18,000 to $19,000.
And inflation's over.
That's what you said double last night at that meeting. I was like, double? It's
I
triple.
need to get with that.
Yeah.
Well, equipment's, most equipment's double.
Yeah.
Or close to it. That's the deal. And, that'll eventually eat on you.
You good? You good, Barry?
I'm good.
Okay. Do we have any questions, comments on item 3? All right. Then item number 4 is review Wichita County Policy Manual sections 4.03.4, 5.09.2, 5.09.3, and 5.10.1. However, Corey's not here today, so we are, Tommy's looking at me. I think we're pushing this off, not doing this today, we're saving it for the next time, or is that not the case?
It's either way. I mean, I know what Corey wanted to do. I mean, I can.
Okay, well, let's go
give
ahead and do it then.
And let's just do it. And
Okay.
I know you probably want to talk about 403.4.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, do y'all have access to what I sent you for the corrections?
Where's, did you
Oh,
send
yeah,
it?
you send it on to us?
I sent it with my agenda request, but,
I've got it.
okay, you got it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, that's special.
I can,
That's all.
When would it be?
See, I don't know if,
I wish you sent
It's all on here?
it's all, you know, pretty much, yeah, it's on here.
Okay.
We don't need
Pretty
to.
much exactly what it is.
Okay. So it's my understanding that by 403.4, that the auditor's office is understanding that you get both the pay for the
Yes.
being off and also the pay for working simultaneously.
Yes, so, and let's look at 4.03.4, and can Josh hear me? And then if Josh would go to 4.03.4, because I think I should have put the whole, section in there. The first thing though that Corey wanted to change was, the part that says hours they would have worked. If you guys, or if the judge closes the courthouse for 4 hours, we close early, and everybody gets paid that 4 hours for inclement weather or emergency closing. Somebody might say, well, I was gonna work 13 that day. Well, you're getting 4 hours. So that's the only wording we changed in the first paragraph. Now, the part that causes concern, and it is new, is 4.03, too far, 4. Right there, 4.03, are the next 2 paragraphs. In the past, if you were a detention worker, jailer, and we closed for ice or whatever, like Snowmageddon, you were scheduled to work, you worked, you did not get the closing pay like everybody else who got it. So this change came, I'm pretty sure from the auditor's office, because I've asked, where did it come from? And was told this is correct, but there's questions, there are questions, because this is gonna be an expense.
They're getting double pay.
So in other words, if they're working,
If
it's
we
like a
close the building,
holiday. If they're working and they get and they don't have to work holiday, they get that 8 hours. Well, if they're working while the county is closed, they will get their work pay plus the closure pay.
So here's the deal, if we close early on a Friday because of inclement weather or whatever, and somebody decides to stay, then all of a sudden, we're gonna have everybody here at the courthouse, so magically, everyone's gonna wanna stay because they're getting double pay.
Well, no, because it's employees who are required to work. That's gonna be the call with the,
I don't understand why jailers would get paid both anyway. I don't.
We never have in the past.
Never have.
Never
I don't
And
understand.
that was the question, is why, I mean,
so is this new, Tommy?
Yes, and I did ask Corey, because some jailers did call, and asked Corey, is this correct? And he said, that's the way it's written. So,
Now, I can understand if a jailer calls in and said, hey, I can't get to work today because the weather's too bad. And they're gonna dock him his pay, and then for 8 hours, 12 hours, and then you find out the courthouse closed for 4 hours, well, that 4 hours difference there, I could see him making that up, but not the whole day. I mean,
Well,
Or not
so
getting
that's,
double pay.
there's just, it's gonna be an additional expense, but I don't know where exactly this came from. I'm assuming the
No.
auditor's office because it has to do with pay. And so I don't deal with pay.
It's not right.
Okay,
It's
so
just not right.
that's
You
the
don't-
part that
You
needs
don't
to be
double
adjusted.
pay because inclement weather.
And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, chief, but like on your guys, that's just, you know that when you take the job coming in,
Yeah.
that we are a always open.
24-hour
happy-
service, yeah. And if it's inclement weather, you come to work, and, you know, in inclement weather, those who call us say, I don't have trouble getting there, we'll send somebody to go get them.
Yeah.
And I've done that in the past.
Oh, we've done a lot of that in the past, yeah, especially the days we closed 2 or 3 days in a row.
Juvenile detention in the jail, they've never gotten paid.
What does the law say?
Well,
Look at
and
the
that's,
INRAP and go start
that's what I'm
picking
trying to
people
figure
up.
out
Well,
where
we
this
take
came
deuce and a half
from,
for the Humvees and
because
go.
it was in when it went to the attorney, the employment attorney. And so I need to find out, probably need to call her and find out what the law says. I know, it was explained to me, if you're giving a person 8 hours holiday pay as a benefit, you're giving Margaret 24 hours a benefit because she has to stay home, then you're giving this group of employees a different benefit than these employees. So I have no doubt in the fight.
Then we never close the courthouse ever again.
Well, then the next question is, if you're saying we're closed, the courthouse is closed for 8 hours, but you know, our guys are required to be there 12, are they getting the 12 hours, or are they getting 8 hours?
see, and that is.
See, I don't know, that's
So-
my whole question, I was
So
really
if the courthouse
confused.
closes for the day, we're gonna pay jailers extra 8
24
hours.
hours.
That's,
Well, and this is,
Yeah.
I think that to a large degree, this may not even be an issue because we never close the facilities that we're talking about.
We don't
Just
close
because
the
the
jail, we
courthouse
don't close
closes-
patrol, yeah.
Just because the courthouse closes doesn't affect anybody that's in this list that we're talking about.
What we do is your non-essential personnel stay home, your essential personnel have to be there.
and they
That's
always
what-
have to.
They always have to.
Y'all
be
go
there.
get them if they need a ride,
Yeah.
don't you?
And we go get them, they have to have a ride, the jailers, so.
Yeah, that,
But we've never had it where we
Oh, yeah.
paid the jailers who are working additional pay because they came to work.
You know, different jobs have different requirements.
Right.
Different salaries, different deals, and I just don't see why what we're doing now isn't working.
Unless,
Yeah, I mean-
back to unless there's something that we don't know about in the law
Unless
that says you got to
says
pay
that
them.
We're missing the boat.
Yeah.
It just needs to go, it needs to say essential personnel will be paid at their regular rate. And they won't receive closure pay. I hate to keep talking about the city, but
Well, we can just go back.
we
to
both
the way-
worked for the city for a long time. Did you ever get a nickel of closure pay? Because they didn't close very often, but
If we
But
just
we were both
revert back to
essential
the
personnel.
policy that it was, and then I'll send both to, the employment attorney, because it worked the other way. I just don't know where it came from, that's
essential
my.
personnel,
I
They
think
have to be
we're
here
dabbling in something
regardless.
that just is not, we don't need to open that can.
no.
It's a very expensive can.
Yeah,
It's
and it's,
extremely expensive.
You know, and I
Doesn't
don't
make
want to
sense
short
either.
anybody, but as I said, there are different requirements and different things for everybody's job. It's not like everybody punches in, everybody makes the same salary, works the same hours.
It's same as you're off that day, you're not gonna get paid for that day, you just happen to be your day off, so,
It's your day off, courthouse closes, so we're gonna give you extra 8 hours. That's about the logic behind it.
yeah.
That's,
how is 562 handled when the courthouse closes?
Sounds like something.
They're not here.
Okay, so then it's,
Yeah.
okay.
If the courthouse closes, they're not here. Then they may come, one or two may come first thing to let those who come in to get stuff and go on. But normally they don't come in.
Just like last year during that weird snow period, Judge, during the tax season, where, yes, we all closed. Both Angie and Kendra took their laptops home.
Yeah.
And we still had payments coming in, you know, online. Well, they took their laptops home and posted all that, so when we came back after the storm, you didn't have all that waiting on you. But again, neither one of them, I didn't see anything to the auditor's office say, listen, while they were home, I mean,
Yeah, that's-
you just, I mean, it's, there's got to be some reason in here, reasoning, but I agree with Commissioner Beecham. We both work, and Nikki too, work for the city. I've never seen anything.
Don, I don't think that was anyone's intent here, that
No.
that's what we were doing, so.
No.
And we've always gotta be responsive to the people that pay the bills. And that are the taxpayers of Wichita County. And with that,
That's
at
an
the end of
easy
the day,
windfall.
yeah, I mean, I just don't know that, a lot of times I think through things, could I go to a town hall meeting and sell this to the guy that's, you know, paying the bill? I'd have a hard time.
So, Tanya, if you'll get with the reviewing attorney who looked at it,
Yeah.
see if there's something we're missing
Okay.
about it.
I'll
My guess is there's not. Well, there's always something we're missing, but on this specific thing. And figure out a way, if you would, to come up with language to bring back that would make this absolutely clear that, I think you know what the intent is
Yeah.
of the court on this.
We'll do it. So we have to not on the agenda from Monday by way of response from attorney's office.
Judge took it off, so it's not her.
Okay. Okay, the next one was bereavement. In looking at time clock, Corey said, you know, he knows in his head, 3 days is 24 hours. He gets 24 hours. But then he saw that people had bereavement for more than 24 hours. Well, it would be coming from those that work 12-hour shifts. So changing that to be consistent, some of our policies, some say days, some say hours. He preferred that it say the same thing. So in hours is the way to make it consistent. So for bereavement, immediate family, changed from 3 days to 24 hours. And that's, you know, that would go for everybody, for immediate family, and 16 hours for other family members. Okay, well, so-
Yeah, that's fine, that makes sense, yeah, 'cause,
You know, if they travel out of town, they need more time, they can take more time.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would, it's just fair across the board. If somebody needed extra day and they didn't have the time, they could probably still take it without pay
Right.
if they needed to
Right.
travel. It's not,
Is that per year or per event?
We only have a mom and a dad, so.
Well, I mean-
Well, I
no.
mean, for
Here, I'll
immediate
go back to the
family-
city again.
I mean,
We
no,
had a per year allowance.
No, I would say it's per event, because, you know, somebody has 4 brothers and sisters, I mean, and somebody else has 1, I think for emotional well-being, I think it needs to be per event. Now, what we used to do is require the person to turn in the obituary or the funeral for documentation.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't know that everybody's doing that, and I know that sounds kind of cold and callous, but it's the way to document.
Well, the only reason you ever write a law or rule is because somebody took advantage of it. Judge, I'm struggling here because I'm having a hard time not making a wisecrack about the 16 hours to celebrate. I'm not gonna say another word. I'm not gonna say another
I think
word.
that's wise. And it's the same thing, Tanya,
Yeah,
on
I'm struggling.
the next item too.
For jury duty,
No, for the other family members, bereavement.
yes,
Okay.
it's 16 hours. And then lastly was jury duty, the wording was just kind of convoluted. So, if somebody's working 40 hours, a 40-hour work week, and has jury duty on top of it, let's just make it simple, 48 hours, that 8 hours of jury duty is not time and a half, it is straight time. If somebody works 36 hours and gets 8 hours of jury duty, they haven't worked their 40-hour week, they still don't get time and a half when you add the 8 hours for jury duty. So we just cleaned up the wording down in 510-2, and gave the examples of not getting overtime or time and a half when jury duty is added.
get overtime, you still have to work the hours.
You have to work
No
your
matter what
hours.
it's, what
Yes.
you're off for.
Overtime is only for your regularly scheduled job that you're working.
Yeah, so there should be no,
There shouldn't be.
it's any time away from the job, unless it's county mandated time away from the job for a conference or whatever, there should be subject to overtime.
Looking around for
And
time
this,
clock
this
person.
makes that clear.
What is jury service pay now?
Is it 56?
I think
58.
58
58 a day.
a day?
58 a day. Well, I hope they're not giving that away.
All good?
As long as pay for your hamburger.
All right.
Yeah, you
I'll
would
see if
do
I
lunch
get
and house
clarification
with
on that
that.
ASAP.
All right, do we have any questions or comments on that item? All right, it is 10.